Expedition 16 was the 16th expedition to the International Space Station. The first two crew members, Yuri Malenchenko and Peggy Whitson, launched on 10 October 2007 aboard Soyuz TMA-11, and were joined by spaceflight participant Sheikh Muszaphar Shukor, the first Malaysian in space. Expedition 15 Flight Engineer Clayton Anderson did not land with the Soyuz TMA-10, so he was considered part of Expedition 16 for the few weeks prior to the arrival of SDS-120. SDS-120 launched on 23 October, docked on 25 October, and replaced Anderson with new Flight Engineer Daniel Tani. Following docking, the Soyuz seatliners for Anderson and Tani were swapped, and Anderson became part of the SDS-120 crew. Leopold I. Hartz, who came aboard during SDS-122, joined the mission on 9 February 2008, replacing Tani. A crew was then joined by Garrett Reisman, who was launched aboard Endeavour with SDS-123 on the 11th of March 2008, replacing I. Hartz. Reisman joined Expedition 16 in progress, and was a part of Expedition 17 as well. Upon re-entry, the astronauts' Soyuz TMA-11 spacecraft suffered a minor malfunction, causing the craft to follow a very steep ballistic descent. As a result, the crew experienced forces up to 10 G, ending up about 260 miles west of the targeted landing site. Roscosmos reported all three crew members were doing just fine and in good health. Crew. Backup crew: Michael Fink, Commander, NASA; Salazar Sharipov, Flight Engineer 1 RSA; Greg Komitoff, Flight Engineer 2 NASA; Sandra Magnus, Flight Engineer 2 NASA; Frank DeWinner, Flight Engineer 2 ESA; Timothy Copra, Flight Engineer 2 NASA. Mission details. Docked 12 October 2007, 14:50 UTC. Undocked 19 April 2008, 6:06 UTC. Time docked 192 days. Expedition 16 was the first ISS mission to include two crew members who had served on a previous expedition, and the first time a former commander returned as a flight engineer. Whitson was the first female commander of an ISS expedition, and with SDS-120 commanded by female astronaut Pamela Melroy, it marked the first time that two female mission commanders were in orbit simultaneously. On her first expedition, Whitson implemented a Friday night movie night to help the crew wind down at the end of the week, and plans to keep the custom of adding some levity to the station going for Expedition 16. Anderson incorporated some entertainment into the daily planning conference with the ground, quizzing the ground team on a wide variety of subjects, and Michael Lopez Alegria did a similar activity with movie and music trivia. The first major objective of the increment was accomplished successfully on 26 October, when the crew of SDS-120 delivered the Harmony module, and attached it to a temporary location on the Unity module. The new addition added over 2,500 cubic feet to the station's living volume. The joint crews also moved the P6 truss, and relocated it from its position on top of the station to its final port side position. During the third of 4 spacewalks, configuration of Harmony following the departure of SDS-120, a series of extravehicular activity and robotic activities were carried out to move the pressurized mating adapter from the end of the Destiny laboratory to the end of Harmony. Whitson and Malenchenko carried out the increment's first EVA on the 9th of November that prepared the docking port for relocation. On the 12th of November, Whitson and Tani used the station's mobile servicing system to detach the docking port, and relocated it to the forward port of Harmony. On the 14th of November, the Tani and Whitson again used the robotic arm and moved Harmony from its temporary location to its permanent location on the forward port of Destiny. On the 20th of November, Whitson and Tani completed the second EVA for the increment of 7-hour, 16-minute spacewalk to outfit the Harmony node in its new position. All tasks were accomplished, and 3 get-ahead tasks were performed. On the 24th of November, Whitson and Tani completed the third EVA for the increment, a 7-hour, 4-minute spacewalk to complete the outfitting of Harmony. All tasks were accomplished, and photographic inspection of the starboard solar alpha rotary joint was performed, as well as some ISS maintenance get-ahead tasks. EVA milestone. On the 18th of December 2007, during the 4th spacewalk of Expedition 16 to inspect the S4 starboard solar alpha rotary joint, the ground team in mission control informed Whitson that she had become the female astronaut with the most cumulative EVA time in NASA history, as well as the most EVAs, with her 5th EVA. 3 hours and 37 minutes into the spacewalk, Whitson surpassed NASA astronaut Sunita Williams with a total time at that point of 29 hours and 18 minutes. At the completion of Whitson's 5th EVA, the 100th in support of ISS assembly and maintenance, Whitson's cumulative EVA time became 32 hours and 36 minutes, which placed her in 20th place for total EVA time. SDS-122 delivered Columbus and replaced Dan Tani with Leopold Eilharts. SDS-123 delivered the first element of Kibo and replaced Leopold Eilharts with Garrett Reisman. ATV Jules Verne. Expedition 16 also saw the arrival of the first automated transfer vehicle to the station, named Jules Verne after the science fiction author. Expedition 16 also saw the arrival of the first Korean astronaut, Yi Se-yoon. Extravehicular activity.